Welcome to this week's featured game from the Tournament of Doom. I'm Senior Doom, and joining me tonight is Aesthetically Josh, and joining us later will be the ever amazing Pokeyemi. We're watching a very interesting game here. We have essentially a Arceus Lost Box deck here that went undefeated coming into the top cuts. Now, Josh, you were kind of looking at the deck before we started this.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
You did forget to call me the Buoyant. I just want to point that out. Okay.
Right. I did have called you Buoyant all night, and then I keep forgetting. I do not know why I called you Buoyant, but we'll live with it.
No. But so this list is very, very spicy. Like if we were putting it on the jalapeno scale for spiciness, like this is going to be the California Reaper level spice. I honestly would put it there. We've got a binder drop of Sablezard and Arceus Inteleon is kind of what Jake Gearhart has been saying all night here in chat, and I think that's pretty much spot on the money because we are just going to see some type of craziness here as we do start with the Comfy and you do see the Arceus in hand, so we are playing a combination of Arceus with the Lost Zone.
And we did watch this about round 5 and went up against a Arceus Flying Pikachu, Alolan Vulpix deck, so it was a double spice feature.
Oh, yeah. And it shut down the Vulpix hard.
Oh, it just destroyed. And it was like, wow, I got to keep watching this deck. And so now we're here in top 8, first game of top 8.
It's very eye-catching.
And it's just like, I want to see what happens. Now, I want to say KY Vong or Kai Vong is playing your standard Lost Zone Giratina. We kind of went over that. It can get these big hits.
They are playing 2 Temple of Sinnohs too, which could be very large in this matchup because assuming the Arceus player does not hold on to their stadium bumps, they could just, have to be forced to manually attach the extra energy, which with the low energy count they're forced to play because of all the spice in the deck could become a problem.
It could be a huge problem. So we're seeing here as they kind of seem like they froze up a little bit. Okay.
Just throw the rest of the kitchen sink in. Exactly.
There's getting rid of Sharon's Care might come to play. This is a very difficult choice here. What do you want to toss for this Ultra Ball, and what are you even grabbing with it?
Yeah. What exactly are you trying to establish here? And I've never tested this deck and never have thought to test this deck, so I'm kind of learning as we go here. I think the Roxanne is a safe call, assuming they have Palpat in deck. Well, we got Stellar Wish Gaming saying that this is the Fuego deck of the night, and I think they've got that spot on. So Luminion definitely could go for some early hand disruption. Never a bad idea against any Lost Zone focused deck. Chorus also could be great here. Maybe, do they have the Cramorant in deck? I didn't pay attention whenever they were doing the first deck check there for their Pokemon.
I didn't see it.
If they have the Cramorant, I didn't see it either.
But it could still be there. Sometimes you can just scroll really fast through it.
Right through it, yeah. Because that could be a play here where you just want to start the prize trade early. Hopefully you can judge yourself or coerce into some better options here. So are they going to go for the judge or the chorus? I'm thinking chorus is the move. Because they already have 1 in Lost Zone, 2 off chorus. Would not be hard to get to that magic 4 number. This is actually, this is looking good.
Getting that early prize feels really good.
Yeah. Just is not fun to be a prize down on the opposing side, especially in the mirror match, if they choose to go that route, because this Arceus deck could choose to play as a Lost Box deck.
Which is always a fun thing to do. I've played,
it's crazy to think about it like that.
I played some Lost Zone Tina. It was one of my favorite decks at the start of this format.
Oh yeah.
And there's times I had to play it like a Lost Box deck. I'm like,
exactly. You don't want to play down those 2 prize threats. You just never know what's going to happen to them. So especially against other Lost Box, you need to just keep that pacing. You need to make sure you're matching blow per blow.
Now it does not feel as good here to just go for the Trinity charge.
No. They do have the Sharon's Care, but they weren't able to establish another Arceus V. So that kind of feels a little wasted. Okay, so they do just pass here and kind of force their opponent to have the answer from Vong. Okay, so we do see the Tina. Hopefully they find a way to get a second one benched down, because just benching one never feels good enough.
I think that's what this Arceus Lost Box deck is missing, is a choice belt.
Yeah, a choice belt to threaten those KOs would be huge.
Could you imagine?
What do you cut?
Right, this deck is already 20% Arceus, 80% Sablezard, as we've been saying, as we've stolen from Jake Gearhart, that it's such just a mash.
It's a hodgepodge. Like, they literally probably took those two decks, shuffled them together, and did a deck profile and said, okay, this is what I'm playing.
I kind of like the idea that it's just, you call it like a shepherd's pie, you call it everything but the kitchen sink.
You don't want to know what's inside the shepherd's pie, but it's spicy.
It's a lot of stuff. Chop suey, technically, that's actually supposed to be just everything thrown in.
A great song, by the way.
Amazing song. It makes me feel old too, because I was in high school when that song came out.
I won't tell you that my dad was the one who introduced me to it. I just did.
I introduced my own children to it.
There you go.
Mrs. Doom absolutely hates the song.
Almost not the biggest fan of that song either. So they were able to get the second Tina down before passing over, which is pretty big here. They do take the bosses, though, off of the flower selecting. I don't think you play that, though, as your supportive return. I think you want to try to find something else.
The V-Guard energy is actually an interesting thing. You can attach to the Arceus, because then you do prevent the KO from the Giratina.
Yeah, you're forcing them to Lost Abyss. Or not Lost Abyss,
I just call
what's
it
the V-Star attack?
I just call
Star
it
Requiem.
Star Requiem. I just call it send them to space.
Yeah, you're sending them straight to space.
Just like any
imagine if there was Belt plus Halucha and Boss here. Goodbye, Giratina.
I will always call Star Requiem Major Tom, because I played against an Oinkalone who had the helmet on, and so I saluted it as I sent it to space. I'm like, you're ready.
Ground control to Major Tom.
You're like, you're ready to go to space, my friend.
We're launching into orbit here, Winky. I do like the path pickup here, because something that the Tina really relies on more so than other Lost Box decks is that Radiant Greninja draw power.
Ooh, we do get the Arceus V off of that.
That is very big here, and they do still have that Sharon's Care in deck that they could use to loop the Arceuses here. And so
some updates.
First prize going over.
Updates on what has happened. Evan P has decided to drop from top 8 and gave the matches to Vetna, so Arceus Flying Pikachu will not continue in this tournament. Which, this is a late
R.I.P.
night. This is a very late night tournament. It is currently almost 11 o'clock Pacific time, PM for me. And Josh, it's what, like 2
We are coming on to 2 o'clock in the morning over here on the East Coast, but we have exciting games ahead, so I don't think sleep is on the table for me right now.
Sleep is for the weak. That's what we say here.
Exactly. I am here rocking it till I see the mysterious player take home the big old dub.
If you look,
I'm calling it now.
If you look at the details page of the Tournament of Doom, in small type on the bottom left-hand corner, it says, according to extremely shady doctors, sleep is not required to be healthy at all.
You are joking. I've never noticed that till just now, but
it is in the lower left corner.
I love that. Who needs sleep, honestly? You know, I do have a league challenge tomorrow, but it's only a challenge, and unfortunately it is a best of 3, so a little bit of sleep might not hurt me for that. But also, it's locals, and I'm not saying this to be mean, but I know for a fact my testing group, I'm going to be the only one from my actual testing group and my wife, and So Damn Smooth, who was playing in the tournament tonight, us 3 will be pretty much the only big players there, so it'd be good.
Or you can go to a challenge, think you have the best deck, and then 03
drop.
03, like, oh man. Or it's even worse.
Sometimes it be that way.
I remember challenges And if Mellow Magikarp was up, he could attest this because he wiped the board with me and Heat Miser on that one. Ooh. It was 4 of us. And I think the 4th player brought a theme deck.
Oh my god, that's crazy. They came out there with the 30 card energies before Kyurem VMAX.
Exactly. As we are actually going to see here, a 2-price turn from the Giratina.
This is huge for the Tina player. You can never write off double Mirage Gate to the Greninja. And establishing the energy onto the Giratinas like they have is also super smart. So
now they have the Giratina set up. They have taken 2 prizes, so their prize mapping is even better now because they see the two Arceus, and one of them, the one with the V-Guard energy, is the one you want to Star Requiem. You want to send Arceus back to the stars.
See, though they could also just have the Temple of Sinnoh in hand and hold on to that Star Rec until they absolutely need it.
Because right now,
their energy, they are down 2 Mirage Gates at this point, so their energy is going to be not as free flowing from this point on.
They're down 3.
You should see the decks my kids bring to school. Prince Vortex, if this was Twitter, I would absolutely retweet you right now, but this is Twitch chat, so I'm just going to give you a shout out because I can relate to that.
They're down 3 Mirage Gates currently. They actually have 1 in the loss. So.
Yeah. So that could be very relevant at this point.
Someone, Z-Man Cuddles just popped in.
Save that.
Z-Man Cuddles in chat said this is God versus the Devil.
I think you have your thumbnail for this featured matchup right there.
The Battle of Celestial Beings.
Yeah. We've got good versus evil, the God versus the devil, and whatever horoscopes are also good versus evil. Geminis versus Aquarius.
I have an Arceus deck I've built, and then I also have a Giratina deck I've built. My Arceus deck is actually called Pope John Paul II.
Oh my god.
And then my Giratina deck is called Papa Emeritus IV. if you know the band Ghosts.
Doom. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
And then when they're together, I have it's Papa John's.
So when you put Arceus and Tina together, when you get Papa John's, baby. Hey, that Shakaroni though hits.
So that is my naming convention for all my decks. As we will see Arceus V-Star here rejoin the stars.
Yep. It is about to be sent to space. Or the heavens. I mean, Star Requiem, who knows where it's really sending it to.
The Greninja attack here is really, I think, paying
that Greninja was huge. Huge. Not being able to get the Manaphy out as easily as I'm sure they wanted to is just... It is one of those things where it's like, you don't think about it till it's too late. And it's like, oh no, I have shat the bed.
I've had games where I know I need the Manaphy. I'm like, I'm getting that Manaphy out. And then it's my first prize check. And I go,
Manaphy's,
Manaphy's not here.
I miss my Manaphy. So what even do they need to do at this point? They are so far behind that I think this game will...
they found the Manaphy.
A little late to the party. They only had 20% more space to search it out. Exactly. They should have committed to like 5% Arceus, 95% Sablezard, right?
So 2/2 Arceus. Maybe cut the fish. Maybe keep the fish.
I mean, hey, do you need 4 Steel Stone when you have Starbirth?
Maybe.
Consistency, right?
Yeah, extra consistency.
Whenever that card was revealed in Japan, me and my testing group, we were proxying and getting ready to test for it, and we would just write Starbirth at Home was the name of that card in our proxy group or in our testing group for the proxies.
That is exactly what it is.
It is. It's Starbirth at Home. I'm pretty sure this is just GG at this point.
That's my feeling on this too, considering that
I just don't think there's any way to work out of this. Imagine birthing a star. Couldn't it be me? You can't even imagine kidney stones.
I don't see a way for them to path on pricing here.
Yeah. The switch moving the Comfy up, like, yeah, that's, going to force them to have boss's orders, but you're just delaying the inevitable here, really.
Now, a Roxanne turn would be great if you could Roxanne KO one of the Giratinas.
And that could potentially get you back in it. because they are down, like we said, those 3 Mirage Gates, but that energy attachment for turn,
and then the rope,
the escape rope. Oh, that's it. That's all she wrote, folks.
So the lack of Manaphy did cost them the game 1 here.
Yep.
So we will be moving on to game 2, though.
Manaphy, I guarantee you we'll see Manaphy early game 2. I'm calling it now, unless it's in the prizes, in which case we'll find that heavy ball first.
Which heavy ball feels like it's one of those underrated cards out there. Like,
and it saves you a lot of time when you're prize checking if you just play heavy ball.
Turn 1 heavy ball. What's in my prizes? So
let me just take a note here.
So what's the over under that Emmy will have her Taco Bell and back before this match is finished? Because I did say she would be joining us later, but we are in game 2.
I'm gonna say like 60-40. I'm gonna give Emmy a chance.
Like, how close is it and how fast is Taco Bell?
Yeah, exactly. I think she said earlier it's like 10 minutes down the road or something like that.
Yeah. Help my Arceus is lost. Yes, this is a great deck name for this. And using
it is very helpful.
And using the Deerling deck box and card sleeves is just the extra.
Like you're rubbing that salt in the wound here with the Deerling. I feel like your opponent has no idea what they've signed up for, unless it's open deck list, which we are open deck list right now. Closed deck list, I could not imagine seeing this in a closed deck list match.
Oh, it would be horrifying.
Yeah, it really would be.
You have no idea what you're coming up against.
Like, I think I'd be calling Judge just because.
And as I said up here, I also think this is a great time to tout our sponsors. Tabletop Village, which is the premier Pokemon TCG destination in the Pacific Northwest, and Doom-Gaming.com, which is my own personal website. So yes, I sponsor my own tournament, which is you can get some great accessories for your Pokemon TCG gaming, including the ever popular unknown Ouija board mat.
And I gotta say, one of my personal favorites is the EV playmat.
It's amazing
because it's gorgeous. If you want a playmat to get signatures on at events, when you go to the events, the EV playmat is great for that.
So we do see the Manaphy.
I think we might have started the commentator's curse here a little bit, because we said it needed to come out, and hey, at least there was no mulligans, and you do have the Battle VIP pass in hand. So we will hopefully see. I mean, do they just go for 2 Comfies, or do they go for an Arceus too? Like, these are questions I thought I would never ask, but here we are.
Oh, double Manaphy start.
The double Manaphy. Manaphy really and truly is the MVP here.
So some updates on other games.
I think you'd have to go for the Arceus and the Comfy combo.
Currently, Ryan Simmons is up 1-0 over Gassy 165, so that's Lost Box over Gardevoir, and Hold My Feet and Jeffrey F have not finished yet.
Where are Lugia players looking at?
I think they're in the mirror match.
Yeah. Oh, they got they did. Unfortunate for the Lugias.
Which I am looking at.
Oh, actually, wait.
No.
Only one Lugia made the top 8. The other did not end up making it. They ended up 5-2 and not making the bubble.
No.
Actually, there was no bubble because of the draws.
Yeah. So we will have Gudra possibly against Gudra in top 4, and this we have no idea.
They kind of want to dodge everything in top cut. You're not wrong, Prince, but it wouldn't be bad for him to be there.
Yeah, hard call. Do you want the Pokegear or do you want the energy?
And they play so little energy. These are the decisions that really define a good Lost Box player, though. You have to be willing and able to make those tough calls like that.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I'm scared of like playing Lost Zone Giratina. Is like you throw too much energy into the Lost Zone,
you just can't get it back. Yeah, it's there.
It's gone
forever.
One of the things I've added to my Arceus Giratina deck is an energy recycler.
I think it's needed in the Arceus lists. Even it's definitely needed in the Lost Box Tina lists. But even in the Arceus builds, you just need some way of ensuring the energies can remain in deck for acceleration and just attachments even. Because if you are playing, especially against these single prize decks, like Lost Box is so popular right now, and they take out your Arceus, you're left trying to find 2 energies to Lost Zone with each attack. In some cases, it's best to not even evolve the Giratina.
As we are seeing a very strong start here from the Lost Zone Giratina.
Yeah.
And
they do get rid of the escape rope and the energy.
Whatever those 3 other cards are, had to be that much better.
It had to be very valuable, yeah. But we do see the switch cart. Manaphy has found its way to the bench where it belongs on both of the sides of the field. We do see the eyeballing the boss's orders here from our Arceus Lost Box player, excuse me.
He could go aggressive, having that protection with the Manaphy.
Yeah.
And go after the Giratina.
He could. With the escape rope. This is always so scary against Lost Box because it's like they could have the Cramorant and another switch cart.
Crambonk.
Oh, hey, look who's back.
Here, there's Emmy.
Sorry, I've been lurking for like a couple minutes, just catching up.
Exclamation mark lurking.
Yes, we are in the featured game, so you know. We decided to do it because this is too good not to.
Yeah,
so,
we have to. This needs to get out there because you should be the first one with that thumbnail and the spice list.
I will probably be uploading it after this game is done, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. Because this once it's already found its way to Twitter, we know it's going to be out there now.
So, but chat does ask, Emmy, did you bring us tacos?
Sure.
I'm more of a
any tacos for myself. But...
Well, what did you go for? I mean, what is your go-to Taco Bell order?
My go-to is cheese quesadilla. I'm like so basic, but no,
it's a classic. You can't eat it.
Jalapeno sauce. Yeah, exactly. Also, no swearing. Whoops.
No swearing. We are on a family channel.
Hey,
are we really?
If you want the mouse to come.
I was like, Doom, what?
Far
Something
from.
has changed since you've been gone, Emmy.
I know. I was only gone for like what? Like, actually, I could tell from when I put the order. The line was crazy, but it's also like we have like a Taco Bell and a McDonald's, and like that's it for fast food in this town. So
I think they do go for the boss play here. I think that's the best bet, because then you're going to make them burn either a switch card or an energy to even retreat the Tina.
I even feel like you don't even use the Starbirth this turn.
Yeah, I think it's smart to hold it because you don't know what you're going to need next turn at this point. And I think you're safe unless they really pop off from them getting a KO on your Arceus.
Well, they went with the KO against the active Comfy. Which,
and that's, again, it's not a bad choice. They only have one Comfy left now.
So they're not,
I don't think
not drawing as much.
Many wrong decisions to make there, other than maybe going for the Manaphy. That I think that would have been wrong. Excuse me.
So we could see Starbirth now next turn.
Maybe try to get some hand disruption even potentially at that point. See how much they really are able to pop off here. There's the chorus. Okay.
A judge play doesn't feel bad if they only have one Comfy out.
Yeah. And we see the Clara headed to the Lost Zone. So we won't see many Comfies coming back from the discard pile. I think the Arc pile player is in a very strong position here at this point.
Which, after what happened last game, they did not feel anywhere near as strong.
Yeah, they've got I think good control of the board right now. Holding on to the Starbirth was absolutely the right decision. And yeah, there's not even a world where I think they are able to take the KO here. But here's the Mirage Gate, so it's gonna be interesting. Do they have the switching option?
They do.
Oh, okay.
Now we kind of wish we did Starbirth and possibly get something else down.
You know, this is the opposite of that saying never punish, because this is 100% punished. Even with one Comfy on board, they're able to find their way to get 7 in the Lost Zone. And that's just really the power of Lost Zone engine decks.
Now the question
doesn't matter what you expect.
Now the question is late night starting to get to them?
It is always possible, especially if they are a mysterious player. They could be East Coast based.
They could be East Coast.
Does it say on Limitless what region at least?
No, they hide their region.
They have their region. They are truly mysterious. So we do see the Luminion picked up though. So we did jokingly. I jokingly said never punish. Opposite of that, but they are going to be able to at least get some hand disruption probably this turn. It could be Torter. You're exactly right, Prince Vortex. It could be 4 AM form.
It could be
the rare EU player.
It could be me, and I'm screwing up all my plays right now.
Too busy
As you're
trying to
trying
answer
to
all the judge
make
calls and commentate. Like, Doom, you are the master of multitasking if this is true. Even benching the Luminion here, though, just feels bad.
It does, especially with like the opponent's hand is pretty large.
The opponent has not played any gusting effects yet either. So are they on 1 or 2 copies of Boss? Let me look at this deck list here real fast. They're on 2 copies of Boss, and we haven't seen any of those yet. So
at least we will be able to judge them here.
Yeah.
I wonder if benching the Radiant Charizard ever makes sense, but then
it's just an easy target. But then you do make them have to choose between Luminion and Charizard, I suppose. Never seen Doom and Mysterious Player in the same room.
That's so funny.
No.
I've gotten really aggressive in benching my Charizard.
He's short.
What's short?
He can't Cramorant. He's only has.
Oh no!
Oh man.
Rip. Okay, that feels so bad.
But the judge can stick.
Binder drop. Yeah, the judge could be good here. Beach Court's not going to help that V-Star get out of the active.
That's very true. I was just saying I've gotten a lot more aggressive in playing my Zard as long as I'm fairly certain Lost City is not in my opponent's deck.
And I mean, you're just really kind of making them. You're forcing the issue. You're making them have a response to that binge. You know.
Exactly. Yeah. Like if they have to waste a resource, sometimes it's helpful.
There's a cram. We see some Cramorant and Cramorant action here. Which one can spit the least innocently of them all?
Oh no, just the pass.
Wow. Okay, the judge sticked.
Now you can use Starbirth to get the chorus.
I think you attack with Cramorant here, right?
Right.
Yeah.
You don't want to give them an option to have that Arceus up there right for them.
Right. Exactly. You want to use Arceus to kind of finish off that Tina, probably.
I almost wonder if a Path to the Peak might help too, just to limit their draw ability.
Just to shut down even harder that Radiant Greninja. Yeah, I think Path is a good grab here. Although, do they have anything they could bench from their hand to get Luminion out with Collapsed? Because that's still so scary just having... No, they did not. Just having Luminion on the bench is such a scary thought.
Do you grab another Arceus here? But you lose the V-Star.
Yeah.
We are playing a 4-3 line, right?
We are. And so then we could have the Raihan to guarantee the V-Star that way.
We've lost one.
Well,
the third one is in deck. I've seen it in the deck searches.
No, because this is the third one. Because we have one in discard,
so
one on bench.
So they have to take it and try to find the Arceus V.
Yeah, exactly. That was the train of thought there, so that's why I was asking.
And
I was like, wait, it's right in front of me, but no, it's because it's Floris's experiment. They've got to get rid of it. They don't want it.
Part of me
you can't get those things back.
Part of me was like, do we even play the Path to the Peak down? Then I realized, because the free retreat with the Cramorant. But then I realized they have the switch card.
Yeah, so they want... Yeah, I think the Path here is good because it just is going to limit what they can do. Because right now, top decking and energy would have helped them before the Path, but it does not help them now.
Well, it can still help them anyways. They could hard retreat.
Yeah, they could retreat with it. But then you just get some Cramorant on Cramorant action.
Chat's asking about why no energy attach here. He doesn't need to. If he attaches and then they do get like the boss KO.
Boss up, and then it's gone.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's better to hold the resources in hand.
Just
and this is going to be a huge turn.
Back,
yeah, this is huge.
I'm wondering if we're breaking or if we've disconnected.
I mean,
it was a quick pass.
I'm going to say it's probably breaking.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's
very
true.
Fast.
It was quicker.
Can we see the Ultra Ball here for the other V though? No. Okay.
No. It does feel like Judge is possibly winning this game. They do get to see more cards now with the Comfy.
Yep.
But he still need to find a stadium.
And that's just not going to be the easiest thing in the world.
We know they've already played their beach court.
Beach court, so they have 2 temples left to potentially bump.
Temple's one of those ones that's just just want your stadium MVP going right now. Not Chaotic Swell Stadium, though.
So we do see Sableye come down, and they do get 10 in the Lost Zone this turn. And we have Manaphy, Cramorant, and Comfey all within Sableye range.
Sableye is Dane.
Z-Man, I do not believe they are playing the Thornton build. Let me just confirm that for you real quick. They are not playing Thornton in this list.
Thornton is quickly.
Thornton's so good.
Yeah, it's
Thornton
quickly
is good. Yeah. Interesting. I didn't even notice this until I just opened the list as an image. They're playing Canceling Cologne. We could potentially see an eventual Boss Manaphy Cologne Greninja play. Which
I have seen that. That actually hit that at a win-a-box not that long ago.
It's mean.
The spicy Canceling Cologne is so mean.
I've done that. I've done that move, and I felt it felt amazing.
Yeah, it feels great for you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Roxanne is an absolute lie, guys.
Jeez Louise.
Roxanne, judge is a truth. Roxanne is a lie.
I believe it.
They're looking at that play. They're looking at the Canceling Cologne play as a possibility.
Yeah, I think that could be a huge win condition here for them.
Or not even. They might even just go straight and take the Manaphy out now.
Oh, there's the Temple too. Little do they know Chorus is in hand though.
We could see we can get some draw out of that. We'll see where they place all of it. They need 4 prizes.
I think if I'm them at this point, I put all 7 on Manaphy and potentially 5 on... Oh, they're going for the damage on the Arceus. I might have thought about putting that on Luminion.
Luminion's a possibility.
So they're moving away from trying to establish another Giratina at this point. Oh my gosh, and the Sharon's Care too.
If you can get another Arceus out.
Yeah, this could be a huge... Oh my gosh, you spoke it into existence.
But no stadium.
No energy.
No energy,
though, is not good.
I mean,
they still have their Cramorant. They could just retreat.
Yeah, that loses all their energy, but they do take a KO. They also can grab a rope and take a hit on anything they send
They could
way.
Potentially double rope. Because I imagine if they play the rope, the Greninja will be the first thing that goes up, but then you play the second rope, and then Manaphy probably comes up.
And then you can get a prize.
Yeah. I think the double rope here is the best play. It'd be nice to get the Arceus established, but Temple is just too... It's doing a lot right now. And you just need to find that energy.
And if they do bring the Greninja up, you can Lost Zone one more. And maybe you get this. Maybe you get it. Oh, no.
Wow, they went straight to Manaphy first.
They probably feel the Manaphy's better.
Ooh. Now you find the energy.
But don't show your opponent.
Don't show your opponent. Play the escape rope first. Force them to move something up. See if they move Greninja up. Because if they do, take that KO while you can.
They're going to move the Sableye up. That would be my guess.
They're thinking about it. This is a tough decision.
Sableye, Cramorant.
Remember, they did lose their Clara very early in this game, so they can't recycle that Sableye either.
I mean, it doesn't feel like there's a good decision at all.
No, there's really not. Oh, I think you hold the energy then, and I think you just move Cramorant up.
Yeah.
I don't think that... because they put damage on your Arceus for a reason. I think there's a world where they maybe attack with the Giratina V on the Tina. Or with the Tina onto the Arceus. Because 160...
would be 60 though,
yeah,
so that
160
would be...
gets you to 210, and then Sableye clean up. Because you can't one-shot it, and they know you can't one-shot it because you don't play Choice Belt. Interesting route here. We'll see what happens.
Like, I would like that Arceus to be on the bench, that other Arceus now, because then you could...
Yeah, you could have accelerated at least 1 energy or 2 to it.
And then the Sharon's Care...
I almost said Sablezard because it's become force of habit at that point. But Charizard, you keep at least 1 energy for that. You have Raihan in hand. I really think Sharon's Care could have been the move because thinking ahead, like you're trying to say there, Doom, grabbing the Arceus, binging it, attaching Sharon's Care loop, right?
Right. Which
so huge.
Lost Box absolutely despises.
Yep. anytime you can heal damage whenever they're relying on Sableye like they are right now, it's huge. I think I see the win condition though for Vonk here. Greninja, damage on Arceus and on the Comfy, then use the Shred attack on Giratina V on the Arceus for game.
That makes sense.
They
Yep.
could also Sableye the Comfy here, and then put the remaining damage on the fish.
Yeah, and that would set up the math too. They have options, more options than the Arceus player. Fish is, I think, a bit safer of target.
I think so too.
The question is how many Sableyes do they play? Are they playing the one or two variant?
I think they're playing the 2. They are playing the 2, so if they have the other one in deck, they are definitely going to be able to pull this off.
So they went with the Arceus. Okay, that's 180.
They're gonna be punished for that, right?
I think so.
Just
Because
Sharon's care.
then you just...
I think he's Sharon's care anyways.
I think you Sharon's care and take the KO with Cramorant here.
You can reattach the energy, one of the energies.
Yeah, you reattach the double turbo, and then you can Raihan, and you're set. Raihan is going to be huge.
Yeah, I think you Sharon's care, get the KO anyways.
I don't know. Do not.
Don't what are you doing?
No, don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah.
Do the
Do
Sharon's.
anything else.
He
No!
has to do an action to reset his timer. If he's
Oh my god!
This
Just
could be
pick
so
up the
punished. Though.
Arceus,
This could be so punished.
pick
bro.
up the Arceus, take the Cramorant KO.
Yeah, you got to take the Arceus up here.
Do
Who
not
won game one?
do not put
Are they
down.
going to
do not put
try
down
to
any
get
more
an extra
copies.
thing in the lost zone? Are they thinking that I mean, is their Sableye even in deck? Because they do play Sableye. We have an Arceus list that plays Sableye. It's crazy.
Yeah, make sure you attach your
Oh,
energy.
man.
Oh, this is gonna come down to like the last prizes.
It is going to be so close.
Because as it stands right now, Greninja cannot take 2 prizes.
No.
Cramorant can take a KO here. Oh man, this is so intense.
This is edge of the seat stuff here. If I had any fingernails left from cutting them earlier today, I would be biting them right about now.
There's Tina. If they
There's
have
the Tina.
Mirage Gate attach, boss's orders.
They need to leave Tina in the active here. Yeah, Tina's the only thing they can put in the active safely right now.
Well, putting the damage on Vetna opens up more opportunities, is why we're looking at it.
Yeah, if they were able to bring the Luminion up, that's just, a Halucha away from death, but
They
or
don't.
Sableye, but
They don't
no
play Halucha.
How many things I would like to include if we could have at least 65 cards?
Gardevoir is out as Gassy 165 has lost to Ryan Simmons and his Lost Box deck.
It's a tough matchup for Guardy, that's for sure.
Very. So,
There's the gate. Is this their last gate? I believe it is, isn't it?
I believe so too. But we will see the winner of this matchup will go up against Lost Box. The winner of the other matchup will go up against Gudra. There's the boss.
Ooh, there's the boss.
There's the fish. Ooh.
This is actually... They don't have a switch card in hand either right now.
Abyss Seeking.
Just Abyss Seeking. They couldn't get the last energy. Wow. As if things weren't already tight enough. There's
they
the
can win
Poke
here
gear.
with the boss's orders. No, do you have any boss's orders left?
No, I think they do. I think they have one left.
There it is.
Oh my
there
God.
it is.
No
You have a win
shot.
condition. You have it.
Boss.
Cramorant.
retreat. Yeah, boss up.
Cramorant.
The bird is the word, folks.
As we sometimes affectionately call him here,
Murder bird.
It is the murder bird tonight, especially. Oh my god.
God. As we go 1-1 split now, going into round 3. No, game 3.
What deck even wants first? What deck even wants second? Like, it's who wants to pick, because you have the Cramorant threat on either side.
Wow.
That was intense. That was very intense. Very well played to both players there. It could have gone either way.
Either way. That Pokegear was
such a good card. No way Arceus Lost Zone is good. We're seeing it be good right now, Spectral Thief.
So here we go. Help my Arceus is lost. Going into game 3 up against Giratina. We will follow this deck the rest of the tournament, no matter how long it goes.
This is insane. I do think there was different plays Tina could have made there, but hindsight's 2020. You know, when you're sitting in that hot seat, it's so hard to really figure out what is the best move regarding that current situation. Yeah, this deck is definitely the people's choice.
So we have Lugia versus Gudra is the other matchup, as Jeffrey F has beat Hold My Feet's Gudra. So he is going through the Gudras. He is going
That is a fun matchup. Honestly, I think that's a pretty even matchup anymore, with Amazing Ray or Yveltal being gone.
So now, yeah, it just comes down to this matchup. This is the final.
They choose to go second.
I believe their opponent wants to go first.
Oh, wanted. Okay, that would make sense.
Yes.
It's just, like I was saying, it's so hard to decide. And another Manaphy start. I'm not going to miss it again. Lugia is free with Gudra unless you brick.
Yeah.
Lugia is good at playing V-Guard. Yeah, Lugia, the mill attack can be so impactful, though, is what I feel like. The Tranitar mill, if you get some early KOs on a Comfy with that, for that matchup. Oh, yeah, if they're playing the Articuno, though, that is pretty free for the Gudra.
Yeah.
Forgot that Articuno is becoming more and more standard in the Gudra lists.
Gudra is part of the reason why I'm playing so much Guardy.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, not an ideal start for Vong here. Okay, I say that and then they play down the VIP pass.
The worst possible thing that could happen is them getting donked, which now is not happening.
Yeah.
But it could.
You're saying there's a chance.
There's the
The
Tina.
Tina coming down early. Game 3 right now, Stellar.
I mean, what do you think of their opening of the RCS's opening hand?
This is funny. It's always like you don't have a Pokemon search, so we can't get an Arceus down. But other than that, like Chorus, Comfey, Rope, this is nice.
You could,
yeah. If they were pure Lost Box, this would be a great opening hand, right?
Right.
Exactly.
You can get
But
that.
yeah, like not having an Ultra Ball or Nest Ball or anything to be able to get the Arceus. I guess we're gonna see Chorus first and hope.
Yeah.
And they do have 19 minutes left on the clock, and it will come if game goes to time. It will be whoever has taken the most prizes.
That's gonna be so crazy to think about. Yeah, Chorus is being played. Ooh, the VIP. The heavy ball. This is a really good Chorus here. I think you take the heavy ball. They want maybe Luminion search. Yeah, the Ultra Ball could be useful for that. But I do think you want to guarantee the V-Star. And heavy ball. Without prize checking. Okay.
I will.
What's
we go for here?
You want a VIP
no,
pass first.
Yeah, exactly. Panic.
That's.
I mean, you might as well
maybe
just
heavy ball first.
Just
yeah,
heavy
because
ball.
it's safe. Heavy ball's a safe option here.
Heavy
Because
ball.
if you
have
VIP
a better idea
pass-
of what you can get rid of.
Exactly.
Okay, Roxanne. Oh, I see at least one double turbo, maybe 2 prize there. It's hard to tell what's behind the first one.
Yeah, and it's weird because like that's prize number 1, prize number 2, prize number 3. Not that we prized 3D because that would be killer.
That would be utterly insane.
I hate that design because that's how I thought it was
it's a judge. The judge, though, is pretty impactful, too. We saw how good that was for them in game 2. And their Roxanne is also prized, so a lot of their hand disruption tools not at their disposal yet.
You have a pretty good start here that you could get a Crammer active with the Battle VIP pass and everything. Yeah, no, you gotta take that V-Star.
You've already got 2 in hand, yeah.
We were not punished for that, but I think we definitely should have battle vipped first.
Yeah.
They may also wait to see what they give them with the escape rope.
Interesting.
Just kind of being smart about everything here. Just trying to force their opponent to try to see what their opponent plays down before they make their commitments.
So you're now at the point you can cram, you can.
Yep, and you can guarantee a KO with it because they might have thought they didn't even have the VIP pass. So this is kind of mind games at this point, right?
We still haven't seen the Charizard in any games we've watched them play.
No. I wonder if that's been relevant in any of their matchups tonight.
I feel like you still need to get that Manaphy down.
Yeah, that would have been the first thing I benched. I don't know why they just don't play it down.
Yeah, Jackson, we're saying that they should have Battle VIP passed before Flower Selectings. The only reason why you would Flower Selectings first is if you're desperate for Pokemon and like you have one Battle VIP pass, But we have we have too many Pokemon in hand right now.
Yeah. Ultimately, though, I do like the way they played out their turn because they were able to kind of mind games their opponent into bringing another Comfey up rather than just hitting, into Greninja for something that, math-wise is totally irrelevant because it's going to go back to the bench.
Yeah, I think a little bit of mind games maybe, but I don't know if it... I would like to know if that was on purpose or if it just... was a missequence,
What was Mysterious's player thought process through that turn?
We will never know.
Exactly. They are quite mysterious at the end of the day, through and through.
We need to know. This is like going to be a whole thing. Like, we're going to go on Twitter and be like, someone needs to unmask.
An international manhunt.
Mysterious person.
Mysterious mind of the mysterious player, exactly. We're going to get a Netflix documentary, like Pokemon series started on this. Mindhunter style.
Who is the mysterious player?
Could be John Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah.
You never know.
It could be someone like Azul.
Oh, it could be Azul. He did end stream right before your tournament started.
Yeah. Playing mysterious secondary accounts.
This one is super mysterious. All right, we see some cram on cram murder bird action.
You know who it is? Mr. Pokemon himself.
Whoa. What if it's just Pikachu?
It's just a Pikachu with a bottle of
just
ketchup.
Just a Pikachu. Exactly. And it's ate it all. Oh man. I'm here to kick ass and chew bubble gum. I'm all out of bubble gum. Hashtag no swearing. But in this case, I came here to kick ass and eat ketchup. Oh, that Raihan's a huge pickup here, actually.
Yeah, he doesn't even have to use the starter for Raihan. He can use.
He's got an energy in the discard too. Yep, there we go.
Yeah, he does.
That was a huge pickup. Without that Raihan, I don't know how this turn would have come together.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Now the question is, like, you're still doing your prize mapping. Do you want another Arceus setup?
I think you have to go for another Arceus setup at this point because it's safe to assume you will lose this Arceus next turn, right?
Right. It feels like
you have the other V-Star in hand already.
You have to grab you can grab your DTE now or grab another card and then use right hand and grab the DTE. But at some point you're grabbing DTE.
Do they play a copy of Lost City? Because what if they played that down to help buff up their Lost Zone and potentially make use of that Sableye they have in their hand? Let me pull up their deck list here.
They do not.
Oh man, that could be so interesting if they did.
They played Path to the Peak, Collapse Stadium, and Beach Court.
Beach Court, yeah.
Which is a good set of 3 for this. I mean, the Path
it is
to the
a very
Peak,
good 3, yeah.
We've seen Path to the Peak actually pull its weight as well.
Do major work, absolutely.
I almost want to say you want to grab the Sharons in case they don't get the KO.
Don't take the KO, yeah. I think that's the safe grab here.
And if they don't even attack you, you have the boss's orders to get a little bit more aggressive.
Daycamp's doing some investigative work right now. Sack tweeted about Lost Ark earlier this month. We're getting big brain about this right now.
There's no way it's Sack.
There's no way. Sack has got to be asleep.
We would know.
I'm checking.
We would know.
I'm checking. I'm friends with him. His main account is currently offline.
They responded to Jake. Oh.
Did they really?
Daycamp is putting the puzzle pieces together right now.
He's figuring it out.
I like the path playing down here. I mean, there's no point in not playing it down. Just force them to have a little bit more.
Oh,
can't rely on
I misunderstood. Yeah, Sack responded to Jake. I thought you meant that Mysterious Player responded, and I was like, whoa.
No. We need Mysterious Player now to start their Twitter account, because let's just face it, all the fun stuff for the Pokemon TCG community takes place on the Bird app right now.
Yeah.
And I think Mysterious Player would be a great addition to the community.
I agree.
I'm afraid of the Bird app dying.
Me too. We won't talk about their new leader of the Bird app.
Ross has definitely been around. I don't know if he's had any crazy finishes, but like, wasn't he on the Lake of Rage podcast like not that long ago?
Yes,
I think so. Like right before EUSC, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it was a really good episode.
What if it's Puka?
I mean, Puka was at the 1K at Tabletop not that long ago.
He's coming in with the hot spice, trying to warn everyone before Portland. Watch out for this deck; it's coming.
Puka would be very hype.
Mysterious Player keeps himself hidden.
Doesn't like the spotlight. I think it could be safe to assume.
Did we figure it out? Probably not.
I don't know. I think it's safe to say it's not Jake. He came in chat earlier saying that I wish I was the one who thought of this.
Yeah, I don't think Jake. I feel like he wouldn't lie to us.
Yeah,
you know?
Not to our faces anyway.
Well, the way I'm counting it down, like who it is, because we have them on Discord. We have them on this shared here.
Like the mutual contacts.
Yeah, so I'm looking through my contacts and everything. The reason why I say it could be Sack because he's offline. I know it's not Mellow Magikarp because he's asleep. But there's a whole bunch of other people. Zul's offline. Let's see who else. That's like the problems. Like, okay, who's offline? Who do I know? Who could it be?
They have had this Discord account since 2016, so this could be a huge long con.
They changed their name. Is there a way to check previous names?
I know there is with Steam, but I don't know with Discord.
If there is, I bet you would have to be friends with this person.
Probably.
I'm posting it in the Girl Power Discord. We've got
Cross-reference all the Limitless tournaments that he's been in.
Oh, genius! Wait.
Yes, we need 4chan to decipher this right now. Can we get B on this right now?
There are only two servers I'm in. The sewers and my own. As we're watching Giratina do its thing. Sewers.
Yeah, Giratina's getting to pop off here a little bit.
They have 9 minutes left to play.
The Temple of Sinnoh, I think, is going to cause some problems.
I need to go in.
But they do have the energy in hand still, so that's good.
I need to go into their thing and say...
Vecna's on the case. I think whoever solves this is going to become known as Sherlock Holmes of the Pokemon community. Chad's popping off with this, just trying to figure out who this is.
I have told them now
I can leak that Omnipoke knows of this person. All right, Keldeo.
We did just see the pass.
That's not good. We do have Boss in hand too.
I would say switch V-Guard. I mean, you can still attack,
Yeah.
But the V-Guard's not going to do anything with the temple active.
They do need to try to find that bump because the V-Guard with that would be so useful.
That's why I think
Looks like we're just going to get some damage on it, yeah.
Get the damage.
And set up Cramorant potentially to be a big bird again later. They still had Clara. Clara's in deck because it was one of the Pokegear options earlier. Ooh, okay. Omnipoke shouted this person out in a recent video is what we are hearing now.
They're committing the psychic energy, so they're kind of giving up on a Sableye play. I think.
At this point, I think that's the right move. You have 4 prizes on board right now just from the Tinas.
And if you could, there's a possibility you can KO that other Tina if it does not evolve with Charizard.
Back-to-back, yeah, Charizard. I was thinking even back-to-back cram hits because it looks like they're a little starved for energy right now after they passed last turn. And here we are seeing a bit of a slow start to this turn, and it's just they choose the concealed cards.
They had energy. They've got to be looking for a different play then.
They have to be trying to find a switch out or something.
Did we catch last how much they have in the lost zone?
I think they were at they have enough to Mirage Gate, so it's above 7. I don't think they're at 10 yet, though.
They need to take a prize.
They do. They have to find a way to take a prize this turn.
Because as it stands, tournament rules that the Arceus V-Star will win.
Just on time.
Chat's asking about the 200 damage. The Temple of Sinnoh completely negates the negative 20.
Yep. Or we could just blame it on live again, honestly. I think they would believe that too.
I would believe it 100%. I actually played against a Lugia deck that was playing Karen's Conviction. And I couldn't figure out I couldn't figure out how they got through my V-Guard energy.
That's so crazy.
Until I went back and I went, oh, they played Karen's Conviction.
I mean, that's basically playing a single strike deck with just extra steps at that point. You know, Houndoom might be worth the inclusion once you get that far along into it.
So we can see 2 prizes here.
I think you have to take them. How many Mirage Gates are they down? That's at least 2 that I've seen be played. I haven't been keeping exact count of how many are in the lost zone.
You almost want to tempt them into taking a prize here. There's Beach Court. That's pretty big, but...
That V-Guard energy would be so nice, but it does also help them.
I wonder if he is digging for Cramorant here.
And I really think going for the Cram is a great play because that's just going to be 1 prize left in the active. You're going to force them to have the Gust. Are they going to go for Luminion?
I don't see.
Yeah, Cram died, so they do have Clara in deck though to guarantee the Cram comes back.
They're holding on to that Sableye.
Mm-hmm. There's a world where it is relevant.
There's the Clara. You can take the Cram KO.
Zard's interesting here. Especially with it being this close on time, you'd basically be wanting them to take another KO here.
Right.
And I just don't know how I feel about that. They're going to go for... Oh, they whiffed the Clara this way, but I still think they'll be okay.
I think
not ideal, but okay. Wow. It's kind of like rubbing in your face when you hit the Luminion off the chorus.
But you did hit double VIP pass though too.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, the option is made for them.
I think you bench the Zard anyways.
Yeah. Again, it's just going to make them kind of have to think through their process. Next turn.
Might as well attach the V-Guard. That does.
Yeah, that protects it from the Giratina Shred. Or no, Shred will go through it anyway. Never mind.
What it does is it protects, depending on how they go with prizing. Because now, if they don't collect a prize, you have an option to try to get that fire energy onto that which you can't attach.
Yeah, won't let you attach. Yeah, I saw the movement. And he was moving it down there for a second. We could be a female player. We thought about that possibility. I just realized that.
So they are.
Roxanne off the prizes.
They are technically winning right now. Now this is big because now they've got the Giratina.
What are we looking at like on time wise right now?
3 minutes, 20 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
We're sweating.
We're gonna have to see some faster turns if they want to try to win on prizes, either one of them at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a +3 turns rule? Not necessarily, but if it's a close enough game and both players are fine doing it and just continue playing, we will sometimes implement it.
This really is going to be so close.
It's because we do have the stream. We can do a +3 turns.
I'm not entirely sure what they're going to be digging for unless they don't have the Mirage Gate in hand. I think they have one left, maybe two left in deck.
Rope.
Ooh.
I think you just give him a coffee.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm coming up without anything on Mysterious Player on Twitter. I've been like looking to see like all of their good tournaments, if they would have posted a deck list or anything, and there's nada.
Are they giving him the Greninja?
Could they be going for the Charizard?
I think they're running out of energy here too.
Wait, the canceling Cologne guys.
Does he have Cologne Boss?
And Boss. Is that? Oh my gosh! If we see that, I might have to pop off here. Just saying.
I think we all do.
Like, this would be an insane way to win this game, because I don't think you come back from that.
It's Vortex. That's so funny.
There's
Oh
the
my god!
Boss.
Wait, no. Does he have
No,
the Cologne?
he's going for the Charizard.
Oh my gosh!
Charizard.
I was ready. But see, this is why you bench the Charizard when you do, because it's just going to force them to have to decide.
Wait, why did you have to do it twice? No, it
do
doubled
you
it up. No, never mind.
Yeah, he attacked it twice technically, and then
It doesn't matter if you attacked it twice or not, because
it would, because of weakness. That was just weird for the way it kind of happened.
Live is weird.
It is very weird.
So now Tina can get the final KO. But we are sitting on Roxanne.
Thinning their deck out here. This is a smart play. And you're just gonna attack as soon as you're done with this. You've got to pass it to your opponent with the way the time is looking.
I am making a tournament judge call here saying play it out. It is way too good of a game.
Yeah, I would agree.
I agree. I like this call.
They are down to the last prizes anyways.
They have to have, oh my gosh. They don't have the psychic energy in hand, or else we would have seen that Tina in the active ASAP. This is crazy. They said if you have it, you have it. Oh my gosh.
Colress, if the switch psychic.
Oh my gosh. 13 cards in deck, and you get to see 5 of them here. Not to mention, you get to see another 2 with Comfy.
8 cards left in deck.
Flower selecting for another 2.
Like, you gotta have 1 and 1.
Oh my gosh.
There's the energy.
Oh.
There's the switch.
This is why you hold that Star Requiem. Oh my gosh. They took a gambling chance when they said Roxanne. And if you have it, you have it. And they have it.
Roxanne.
What an insane game.
Wow.
Wow.
And the spicy deck runs there.
It came
What a way for it to
so
end.
close.
What a way for it to end.
Oh
Wow.
my god. But for people interested, here is this deck list.
This is crazy.
It's crazy game. But yeah, just amazing. Like, we like end it, time, blah blah blah, whatever. Just too good. With that,
Yeah.
I'm Senior Doom. Joining me is aesthetically Josh, the ever buoyant aesthetically Josh.
That's me.
And the ever amazing Pokeyemi. Hopefully, if you're watching this on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. And hopefully, we will see you next week with the next featured game from the Tournament of Doom.